Hello everyone. I'm making a quick video before I go to sleep. A lot of people have been wondering what I've done on my first day here in Oaxaca, so I'm gonna wait for a few more people to get on if you all are there. I know it's like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, but I wanted to say hello to everyone and let you all know about my first day here in Oaxaca. Oh, share a photo or video with your viewers. Okay. So I guess I'll just show you all some pictures from today. This is a new feature. With some really cool things to show you. I'll show you an old car. Oh, this is really cool. But yeah, so a lot of people think that these old cars are in Cuba, and they are, but there's also old like Volkswagen bugs, like little punchback cars here in Oaxaca, in like the really ancient part of Mexico. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know if you all can see that. Also, like if you're gonna watch this later, if you're watching it not on live but the other recording, I hope you're able to see this photo. So there's that photo. Today I did a lot of eating, which I wasn't expecting, a lot of meals. Well, not a lot. I think I ate twice today, but there was a lot of the food where portions were really large. So here's an example. Alright, so I don't know if people are going to be watching me live in living color or not, but I have to get to bed so I can start my day tomorrow. So I'll just kind of like talk, and then you all can watch this as like a rewind. But yes, so I arrived last night here in Oaxaca, Mexico, and today was my first full day really out and about in the city, and it was amazing. It was phenomenal. Like, there's so much to see and do, and I'm glad that I was able to see and do so much with just day one, because that means the rest of the time that I'm here, I'm gonna be really in tune with some of the like local restaurants and talking to people more and developing relationships and stuff like that. But if you don't know, I am here for work. So I am working with my company. We provide study abroad options to students, and the best way for us to talk about those programs is to see it. So this evening we talked to some students, and we talked to like the academic directors here and things like that. So it was really a good time for me to know what I'm talking about and what students are experiencing, and seeing in real time the things that I only have seen and known about through like our marketing materials and stuff like that. But yeah, so we arrived, I want to say I didn't go to sleep until maybe like 12 midnight last night. But I was really ambitious because I was determined that this morning I was going to get up early and I was going to explore the city so I could get breakfast and stuff like that. So I woke up at 6:45 this morning, woke up at 6:45 and was ready to go out and explore the town. So we went out. There actually wasn't a lot of places open. Surprisingly, they all open at like 9 o'clock or so. But there's usually like little small cafes. One thing that I was told is that breakfast early in the morning isn't like a big part of the day, a big meal of the day. They might have like coffee and some bread, but their real big breakfast meal isn't until later on in the day, maybe like 10 o'clock or so, because they eat lunch late. And so we just went to a local cafe. Everyone got coffee. I got like an iced tea drink and things like that, like green tea, and it was really cool. The places that we went to this morning were places that we were able to like retrace our steps and see again later this afternoon when we had like a walking tour of the city. So after we got breakfast, we met the whole team, and then we went to the program site for the program that we're offering here in Oaxaca, and we were able to learn about what the students are learning, the courses that they're taking, where they're traveling to in the country and things like that, organizations that they're talking to, people, researchers and things like that, and then seeing where students are doing their independent research when they're done. So that took quite a long time. It took a couple of hours this morning, but it was well worth it, because these are things that I would not have been able to talk about if I hadn't heard from the academic staff here in the country. So that was all morning, and then for lunch we went to a restaurant where we were able to meet some of the host parents, the host mothers of the students. So all of the students on our program, they stay with host families, and so we were able to meet the host parents that really take care and protect our students while they're here, hearing about what they think about SIT, what they think about our students and things like that, and just really share and develop a relationship with those families. So hopefully, you know, we can support them later on down the line, and they can support us by hosting more students. So during that lunch, you'll probably see some pictures on my like highlights or whatever for Mexico, and maybe on Facebook if you're following the Natural Travelista. But it was such a large lunch, and actually, oh, this picture here is one of the things that we had. So it was like a platter that had like tamales, it had quesadillas, it had taquitos, it had chorizo, it had these like snap peas things, and then in the middle it had chipolinas, I think is what it's called, and it just looks like some kind of spread, but it is grasshoppers. I don't know if it's fried or if it's roasted, but it's grasshoppers, and people talk about, oh, how delicious it is. And so we were all peer pressured by these host mothers to try these chipolinas, these grasshoppers. So I did try some, and actually they were not bad in terms of the flavor. They're salty, and they're really good. They're like crunchy, and you can kind of like sprinkle it on, you know, your food and stuff like that. But, and this is a big but, they look like little tiny grasshoppers in the bowl. And that was the craziest thing for me. Like, I could eat it, but I couldn't look at it. So I had to like close my eyes and eat it and not think about the fact that I was eating grasshoppers. Otherwise, that was great. It's kind of starting to sprinkle a little bit, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster, so I can get through everything and then get to my room. But yeah, we had that, and then we actually went to the host families, you know, houses, so we could see where the students are living and things like that. It was so cute. These host mothers take so much pride in their house and showing it off to guests. So they cleaned as soon as, at the moment that they knew we were coming, they cleaned their entire house and was ready to display it. It's unfortunate because we weren't there for a very long amount of time. I wish we were able to stay more and really talk to them more about like their lives living in Oaxaca and stuff like that. But we had a tight schedule, but it was really still good to see like the houses that these mothers take such pride in. After that, we did a walking tour of downtown Oaxaca, so we got to see, I think it's I don't know how to pronounce it at this point, but it's on the Natural Travelista Facebook page as well with the pictures. But we went to like the downtown market and things like that. We went to an inside market. We saw the Iglesia de Santo Domingo, which was really, really gorgeous on the inside. I think I'll post some more pictures if I haven't already. But just learning about how Oaxaca has come to be and the migration of people from the pueblos, the village, like upland areas, down to like the valley proper. After that, we had a dinner with the students. So the students that were available, they came and had dinner with us. And because the role that I'm in is university relations, I'm keeping in contact with the schools. It was good for me to like, you know, lay eyes on these students and be able to report back to my schools and say, you know, your student is alive and well, doing well, thriving, enjoying themselves. And so that, I think that helps the advisors that I work with feel more confident in the fact and more comfortable like advising and sitting students on our programs. So I like took pictures with everyone, and it was a great dinner. What else? I mean, that was kind of like the quick and dirty version of, but there was so many pictures I took, so much that I experienced. We tried mezcal for the first time, which is not tequila, because anyone here in Oaxaca will let you know that like mezcal is not tequila. It's different, but it's made the same way. It just comes from a different cactus plant, I believe, but it's known here in Oaxaca, and they pride themselves on all their different mezcal and the way you eat it, and you don't like, it comes in a little shot glass, but you don't shoot it, you just sip on it like the host mothers did. So yeah, that's another, you know, staple of Oaxaca. If you come here, if you didn't have chipolinas and you didn't have mezcal, you have never been to Oaxaca. And I had both today, so I feel like I can say I've actually been to Oaxaca. And so yeah, that's just, you know, a quick recap of today. If you've seen any of my pictures and my highlights or on my Facebook page, you're probably wondering like, these are great pictures, but what are you doing? What are you experiencing? What am I looking at? So I just wanted to come on and explain my day to you all. But keep a lookout. I'm hoping to, you know, send more pictures, send more videos. If I get my life together, I'll do a blog post. If I really get my life together and I'm feeling fancy, I'll even put together a video for YouTube, because I know I have like abandoned YouTube altogether. But if you have watched this, thank you all so much, and just keep looking out for a lot of my updates. Like I said, I'm here for work, so you're gonna hear a lot of the work related things that I do, but you'll also get to see and explore the city from a different perspective. With that being said, I'm gonna go to sleep so I can be ready for tomorrow, and you all have a good night. Buenas noches. Ciao.